Okay, here we go. New pizza review coming up. Trying something a little different here. We're getting rid of the whiteboard. I went and looked at a bunch of pizza reviews that had hundreds of thousands of more views than mine did. And the one thing I noticed is not a lot of lecturing, not a lot of pontificating about philosophies and introductions. So we're just going to go what people seem to want. They seem to want to see a lot of the food. All right. I talked to my video consigliere, Brady Satchwell. He said, you got to get the camera down lower. You got to show people the food. They want to see the pizza. They don't want to hear what you're philosophizing. That wasn't his word. That's mine. So as always, I got the Diet Sunkist orange soda because why not drink diet soda while eating a deep dish pepperoni pizza? It's too much irony to give up. So here we go. We got the Lou Malnati's pepperoni deep dish pizza from Gold Belly. And this is where we're going to run it for at least once, see how the public likes it. We got to get more people to watch these. For no other reason than, these are the most honest pizza reviews you're going to find. I am too socially irregular to worry about other people, getting other people to like me. I want views, but that's a whole other thing. That's all about attention. That has nothing to do with liking. A lot people do all types of crazy things to get attention that have nothing to do with being liked. So I need to meet you where you're at, and you want to see the pizza. So let's do it. This again, already, before I cut into this. I know you're saying, Shank, is that a pizza or is it a fruit tart? Even everyone who knows me and loves me, even people who hate me, know I do not mix fruit with dessert. So why would I eat a pizza that looks like a fruit tart? Look, if you want nutrients, go eat fruit. Go drink protein shakes. If you want dessert, have dessert. I don't put fruit and dessert together. That's the first thing that sticks out about this pizza. It looks like a goddamn fruit tart. Chicago deep dish pizza. By the way, I brought the tape measure out here. Chicago deep dish pizza should not be, at least, and they say over and over and over again on the website, it's deep dish, it's deep dish. It's authentic deep dish, right? I'm about to garrote wire myself with the world's worst tailor, right? Doing measurements with a metal tape measure, all right? This pizza at the crust is about an inch and a quarter thick. An inch and a quarter thick at the crust. Here, I'll even show you in the video. Look at that. This is my beef. The last one of these I ate didn't taste so bad. It actually tasted pretty good. And the more of these pizzas I eat, the more the Lou Malnati stocks seem to go up. Way better than Barstool. Way better than DiGiorno. Okay, it's nowhere. Per price and taste, the Domino's kicked its ass. And easily per price and taste, the Detroit Style Pizza Company kicks its ass. But this is the pepperoni pizza. Remember, they come in packs of 2, thanks to the Neil Kumar Foundation. I've already ranted on long enough. People want to see me eat. So let's crud into this. As you can see, the pizza is placed neatly in the Jordan and Avery Fagan childhood plate. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut in this, probably with the wrong type of knife. That doesn't affect the flavor, so who gives a crap? So we're just going to cut into this thing. Again, this sucker is piping hot out of the oven. It's now at the level that you wanted to see, which is right on. My theory on this is why this level is so important is most of the people watching this are probably people on diets who are taking this in as food porn. And so they really just want to stare at the screen and pretend that they can't eat pizza. Even though they can, they just can't eat that much of it and still be on a diet. Unless it's a trigger food for them, then they probably shouldn't be eating it. But let's show you this right now. Okay, so there's a slice right there. Let's break that off. I didn't cut it quite well enough. I got to get a better knife. I got to get a better budget and a better knife. So there we go. There's the pepperoni. Again, having seen other pizzerias like Lou Valenti's Pizza out in Sacramento and seeing the amount of pepperoni he puts on this, again, it's the thickness. The amount of pepperoni does not seem very... Now, here's something interesting. I don't want to give this up. Do you see this cheese hanger? Now, in the Authentics, it's all over the website, deep dish, this cheese should stretch up pretty high. So let's see how far it goes before the pizza runs out of cheese. So we're getting, I'll tell you what, Lou Malnati shut me the hell up right now. We're getting some decent height here. Look at this, people. Getting a shot of the thighs and the short shorts. All right, so about there. So we're talking about, if you can see this high up, the cheese is finally broken away from the pizza, that actually shocks me. I didn't think the cheese had that kind of power, that kind of consistency, that kind of tensile strength. But it did. So, okay, you get one check for Lou Malnati in the authenticity category. Remember, this isn't about sucking up to any one of our corporate donations. This is about authentic pizza reviews. So that was pretty impressive. Let's get a little closer. So this is what all the famous pizza reviewers do. Let's get in here. Let's look at it. There's the bottom of the crust. I know some people criticize this crust. It's too pie-like. I actually found it to be delicious last time. You can see that big glob of cheese hanging off there. Again, compared to the Lou Valenti's out there in Sacramento, California, not a ton of pepperoni on there. So I'm not blown away by that. But it actually seems like there might be more cheese on this than there was on the pizza I had last time, the cheese pizza of theirs. So not bad. It's got a nice weight to it. Let's bite into this thing, see how the flavor is. It just kills me. Like, this thing cost the Neil Kumar Foundation $33 a pizza, about $34 a pizza. Where's my calculator? I think it's like at $34 an inch. This is an inch and a half. That's almost like 30. How much? Wait, let's get the calculator before I bite into this. Where the hell's the calculator? God damn it. Oh, there it is. All right. Plus, I gotta let this cool a little so I don't burn the damn roof of my mouth off. At an inch and a half and $34 a pizza, you're basically looking at like $22.66 an inch. Now, to put this in perspective, it costs like $85 an hour to train with me. $85, and I'm 5'9", divided by 69 inches, is $1.23 an inch. I cost $1.23 an inch, and I've got 22 years experience as a personal trainer. Lou Malnati's pizza costs $22.66 an inch. And they're the one talking about how they're the authentic deep dish. Look, you got me on the cheese, but the thickness, guys, you're really suspect. So let's take a bite into this, and let's see if the flavor is any different. There, again, Lou Malnati, he's hanging in there. He's fighting. Let's take a bite. I'm going to cleanse the palate a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go hit the crust just so you guys aren't sitting here watching me eat this all day long. You know what? I gotta tell you what. This is a much more enjoyable experience than the cheese pizza. I can't imagine they use different sauce. Maybe it's the addition of the pepperoni. Pepperoni, there's not a lot of it, but it's actually very, very good pepperoni. I've had crappy pepperoni in my life. This is not crappy pepperoni. This is them making their case for the $33. What did I say again? What was it? It's $34 divided by 1.5 inches. This is them making their case for $22.66 an inch. A pepperoni on this is really high quality, really tasty. If you can see it right in here, I'll bring it up a little closer to the camera. I mean, you can see there's a lot of life here, baby. This isn't sea monkeys that you buy at the back of a comic book. Like, this is actually alive with flavor. It tastes really, really good. Again, I think the pepperoni was better than the cheese. Let me just take one more bite just so we can. This is good. Is it $22.66 an inch good? I just can't get over the fact it's so thin.
I can't get over the fact it's such a little tart. All right? That wasn't good. The sauce is actually, I said, the more I bite into these Little Malnati pizzas, the more their stock goes up. The sauce is way better than DiGiorno, but DiGiorno's a whole $9 a pizza. All right? This thing costs $34 a pizza. Namely, you're probably paying for shipping. This is very delicious. If I had the disposable income and I had people coming over and I was looking to have a good time and kind of create a point of interest, I would definitely order 4 of these. 1 pepperoni, 1 cheese, 1 sausage, and for you friggin' hippies out there, 1 with vegetables on it. I would definitely order these as like an every now and then kind of thing. The problem is that's not how they're selling it. They're selling it as the authentic Chicago deep dish experience, and I can't get over this because that's what holds this pizza back. It's got flavor. The crust has a beautiful crunch. This is on a whole nother level than the Barstool pizza. It's on a whole nother level than the DiGiorno. DiGiorno was trying and failing. Remember Yoda said that to Luke? He's like, I'll try. You either do or don't do. You don't try. You do it or you don't do it. So Little Malnati's doing it. It's just, I have a hard time with the marketing. I gotta imagine it has something to do with, if you look at it right there, there's the crust for you food porn people right there. All right, you see that right there? And I know you're saying, wow, that suspiciously looks a lot like apple pie. It doesn't taste like apple pie. This crust is very buttery. It's very sweet. It's very good. And again, would I order this as like a party favor, as a kind of an interesting thing to do with a group of people I like? Yes, it's that good. Is it worthy of the Brandon Duke of Tree Lamar in the basement of Woodbridge, New Jersey, watching 1984 Doom while eating Roy Rogers fried chicken? Is it worthy of the Frankie and Lily in the office at Hopewell, New Jersey, eating Snickers ice cream bars while watching Roger Moore and Octopussy? This one's a little more debatable. It's got a hell of a lot more flavor than the cheese one, the Lou Malnati's cheese. And it's got, I'll tell you what, after also having had those other pizzas, this thing is holding its own. I still can't get over the people who review the Barstool pizza. If you compared this to and I know the Barstool pizza is like $7 or $8. So the price per inch, even though that pizza's thin, is still way off. And I don't think Barstool Pizza's advertising itself as like an authentic version of the New Haven pizza because it's that thin crust. But hey, you know what? I have to be. I come into these reviews all fired up, thinking I'm experiencing one thing, and I experience something totally different. And that's why I think people watch these, because they're getting honest reviews, not what I think I want to say, what people expect me to say. This is actually really good. So we're going to cut this one out now so I can have one more of these slices. There's a lot of flavor in there, people. If you give the Barstool Pizza a 3, I know because people said they like numbers, and you give the DiGiorno a 6, and you gave the cheese Lou Malnati pizza in retrospect a 7, this is about an 8. It's just a half a point. I'd say 8.5 out of 10 is probably the cutoff to have that Frankie and Lily Brandon Duke of Tree Lamar moment. You know, because everyone knows there's only 3 things in my life I love, and that's dogs, movies, and food. And when I put them all together, it's the closest I come to God in my life. It's a divine experience. This scores about an 8. It's like what did Dr. Evil say? It's the diet calorie of frozen pizza. Diet soda of frozen pizza. It's 1 calorie, not quite enough. But it's good. It's good enough that I want to shut this video off, even though I'm not satisfied with it.
because they're live, so I have no choice to be satisfied or not. They're live videos. I got to film what I film. I'm actually going to shut this video off so I can sit here and enjoy this second slice. Because, like I said, it's a lot better than I imagined. And again, you'll see it right here just so you... Again, for you food pornoholics, keep both hands above the tables, you freaks. There's the cheese. Again, it's got a nice thickness to it. I wish there was some way I could transcribe the flavor to you of this. The sauce is doing what DiGiorno was trying to do. The sauce is doing what Barstool talks trash about that it does. It's a good product. I like it. It's just not an everyday thing. So that'd be my suggestion to you. It's an 8 out of a 10. Not quite going to cut that divine moment thing. But my recommendation is go on to Goldbelly, invite a bunch of friends over, get like 4 of these, bake them in the oven, get some wine, beer, whatever you do. If you don't drink alcohol, get some Diet Sunkist orange soda, just for the irony, and have a good time. This could definitely be part of a good time. It's not divine. That's all. So again, I want to say thank you to the Neil Kumar Foundation for providing these Lou Malnati pizzas to us. And that's about it. I want to say thank you to Lou Malnati for putting himself out there to be judged, even though the judgment isn't always maybe what people think it should be. But it takes a lot of guts to go out there and make something and make a business and do what you're doing. I know I make these videos, and it's not the easiest thing to go out there and get out from underneath your rock. So that's it for today. That's the Lou Malnati's pepperoni pizza. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Now all of a sudden it's like an 8-1, 8-2. Now it's starting to creep up. All I want to do is sit here and eat this alone. I'll probably put a movie on or some Seinfeld reruns or something so I get at least some kind of heavy impact moment. But thank you, everyone. Tomorrow we're going to have our sugar addiction video coming out. So check that out. And we'll go from there. Goodbye.